Hey, greetings family, how you doing? Jay Ezo is back again. I saw some videos lately that has been going on social media about people who came to live in Canada, yeah? But again, they're just expressing their frustration because their dreams somehow been shattered. You know, some of them have doctors and professional backgrounds from their countries where they came in here, and they're thinking when they just arrive into Canada, they're gonna start practicing from that same field right away. It doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're a doctor back home, you come here, definitely it's gonna take you another 3 to 5 years for you to go through the system, take some exams, pass the exam, and then if you're successful, you'll be retained in one of the local or one of the town rural areas for you to start practicing as a doctor. Gradually, I mean, you make your way back to the city, and it might take about 5 to 10 years in total. So I have a video here that I'm going to attach to this link where a doctor actually, I think he's from Nigeria, my country where I was born. So he's just lamenting on his frustration because he came to Canada is not what it is. I mean, what he was told. I mean, he has to understand that when you come to a new country, you're going to have to start all over, irrespective of what you wear back where you come from. So I'm going to say, I'm going to attach the video right now. You guys stay tuned, watch it, and I'll come back for more thoughts.
It's not worth it. It's just a fleece. It's a mirage. And that's the truth. Some of us are here because we've decided to come. For example, coming to Canada as a consultant psychiatrist, I had my hospital, I had the money, I had my driver, I had everything working. I had 3 vehicles. I had built a house and I was living in a duplex. But why did I come? Some of us, we looked at it and we said, you know what? For the sake of my children. Canada doesn't program you to work and enjoy your work. The master that is paying you to get this job done.
And here's another one.
What is the biggest thing you regret in life?
I regret in life? I regret coming to Canada because if I had stayed in the Caribbean, I would have been way better. I came to Canada, I worked, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I had to go back to my country. 7 years, living here for 20 years, 7 years of my country, give me enough money to buy 2 properties in Canada cash. 7 years, and still 20.
So I hope you guys have seen that video. I mean, the man is a doctor from Nigeria. I respect his professionalism. I think a lot of them need to do that research before migrating into the so-called Western country, because Western country does not value your qualification, irrespective of how many years of qualification experience you have from Africa precisely, and then Asian, Indian, other European countries. Canada, US, UK, Australia, Germany, those are big countries that when you bring any qualification from Africa especially, they don't really value it. You need to go through another hustling and bustling and another challenging. You need to go through the exams and make sure you're able to pass it. I mean, let's be realistic. I'm an African. I was born in Africa, Nigeria precisely. I mean, I understand a lot of people can buy their result from Nigeria. I can tell you the truth straight up. So when they come to Canada, and Canada will put them through the system and challenge them, want to see the IQ, okay? A lot of them fail the exam. They can't even pass the exam. So then how do you expect such people to continue practicing? You know what I mean? So from this man, he's a brother from Nigeria, he's a doctor from, I mean, it's the sound of his voice, he's lamenting, frustrated. I kind of understand, but I think a lot of them need to do their research before migrating to another country so that they know how long it takes them to go through the process. But during that period, while they're going through the process, they have to work. A lot of them might have to end up working in the warehouses, odd sort of job, cleaning, to pay the bills. In Canada, it doesn't matter how you make the money, it's paying the bills that matter. You gotta pay your rent, you gotta pay your mortgage if you own a house. I mean, you gotta pay for your car insurance, you gotta pay for pretty much everything you do except for healthcare, if you're covered with Alberta healthcare services, you know what I mean? So I kind of feel for him, but again, I think he didn't do his research. But having said that, I'm not gonna discourage people from coming to Canada. If you choose to come to Canada, Canada is a beautiful country, the home of the native land, the beautiful nation. You can come to live in Canada, but however though, do your research, knowing fully that when you go to Rome, you gotta be half Roman. It doesn't take 1 day or 2 years to start getting into the process. There have to be culture shock. You have to go through a lot of obstacles. I have been here for 25 years. I came here when I was a little kid. Okay, I came here as a professional athlete. I boxed for Team Canada. That's what I did for a living. And life after boxing, I was able to go to school. I had a diploma in occupational health and safety. So I'm pretty much working in the construction line as a safety advisor. That is my capacity. That's what I decide to do. That's what I choose to do. If I would have decided to be a doctor or medics or something, I might have, but that was not my calling. You know what I mean? So you get to stay in your lane. Like they say, use your coat according to your size, or cut your coat according to your size. You know what I mean? So when you're a migrant, you come from a different country, please, knowing that there are processes you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to go through some challenges. It might take you 3 to 5 years before, if you're succeeded, if you're lucky, before you can get into your professional line again. If not, some people give up their dreams, because the truth is that you can make money. I have seen people who own clinic business, they're making as much money as doctors. So in Canada, you can make as much money depending on what you want to do, how buoyant or confident you are, how, if you can take some risk of jobs. There are a lot of jobs, some odd jobs that you can do. You can make much, much more money, right? So it doesn't matter that you need to be a doctor, a psychologist, a gynecologist, or whatever. You could choose to be anything. You can be a cleaner in Canada. So I will still encourage people to come to Canada, but I must be realistic though. I must say the truth. The population of Canada in the last 10 years or so has really increased. I remember back in the days when you apply for jobs, the employer, after the interview, they're going to ask you, so when are you willing to start? You're going to like, oh, I didn't know. Can I start tomorrow? That's sure. But now, when you're applying for a job, the same job that you're applying into, about 700 people have already applied for the job before you. Just looking at the statistic of the job, 700 applicants have already applied for the same job that you're applying for. So even that alone would oh, am I going to get it or I'm not going to get it? So I understand there are challenges in Canada, hiccups here and there, but in every situation, you have to fight through, you have to try on. So my advice for you there, if you're willing to come to Canada, take the risk coming here, knowing fully that it's not going to be a journey of 1 year for you to get into the system. Whatever you might have practiced, it's going to take some time. But anyway, I'm going to stop here for today. I want to thank you for watching. Please kindly like, share, and remember to click your subscribe button. Click the subscribe button for me. And also remember to turn on your notification so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. We want to grow this channel. Like I said, I had some hiccups before. I cannot give up about a year not being active on this channel, but right now I'm coming back in 2025, big up. So with your support, I know I can go through. I want to thank you and have a good one. Bless up.